everybody, and welcome to our True Image YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you my personal reflection out of our lesson called Accountability, and it's in Lesson 8. And I just wanted to take a few minutes and just share with you some things I've learned, and I am still learning about accountability. So accountability is something that I believe every Christian needs to have. You need to be held accountable. I need to be held accountable. And for those that are in our sphere of influence, it's important that we hold them accountable as well. And one of the things that I kind of broke down in the book was those that are over us, those that are with us, and those that are under us. And what I mean by that was those that have spiritual authority or even normal authority. It's not even spiritual, our boss. Example, people that have authority over us, to be accountable to them, excuse me, to be accountable with those that are peers, those that can hold us accountable, that we're in kind of the same sphere of influence in, or our same kind of our peers, I guess, people that are in your friendship circle that can hold you accountable. And then there are those that are under you, and I meant by that, and I said this, that those that you are leading are those that have been entrusted to your care. If you are some kind of leader in any capacity, those that you're leading, maybe it's your children. So those that have been trusted to your care, whether natural authority or even some kind of spiritual authority as well. And accountability will save you so much unnecessary instances, can save you unnecessary situations. And looking back on my life, I think that there were a lot of things that I could have avoided had I talked to someone, or things I could have avoided had I been honest with somebody, or I'm asking someone to hold me accountable, but yet I'm not really willing to be accountable, and in the book, I talk about this too. It can be from anything. It can be from something so small to something so major. It can be something from a shopping habit to a really serious addiction that you are struggling with. And I have had girls come into my office over the years. And I was so thankful because I had to build this myself. I had to earn people's respect. I had to build integrity is what I meant by that statement. What I had to build for myself, because you earn respect. People might have some respect for me just because of who my parents are, but I have to earn people's respect by my actions, because just because someone you're related to or someone doesn't mean people are going to respect you. People are going to respect you because of the decisions and choices that you make. So over the years, I've had to learn how to gain people's trust. I can say early on I didn't, because I didn't know how to keep my mouth shut. But over the years, that was something that I really struggled was I would tell people's business. Especially when I was younger. Now, this was not like recently, but when I first started out in youth pastoring, I was 19, 20. Come on, I'm still figuring out my own life, and things. But over the years, it's been really, really awesome to be able to have girls come to you and say, listen, I know I can trust you. And they've told me things that obviously personal stuff, and I tell them, what you tell me, I'm not going to go tell my husband. But there are certain things, if certain people are in leadership and I find out things, I have to deal with it. We don't try to expose people here at our church and what we do in a ministry. But if you are in leadership and there are things that we find out, I have to go to leadership and say, listen, and when I mean leadership, it's not the staff. I go to pastor, hey, here's a situation. Or if it's someone that serves in youth, I have to go to our youth pastor. If it's someone that serves in kids, I have to go to our children's pastors, So there is that thing of, listen, you've got to be held accountable for things, for what you're doing. And, you can't be in leadership and, preaching on purity and you're sleeping with your boyfriend or girlfriend. You can't be leading all these things, and here you are going out to the bars on the weekends and then at church on Sunday. Like, come on. There has to be accountability in your life. And those are some major extremes, but accountability, again, can be something so small to something very, very large. And so I encourage you, whatever it is that you're needing help, maybe in some things it is that much of an addiction, you need a legit counselor. You need to go to somebody that can talk to you. I'm not a licensed counselor. I don't counsel people. Normally, the way I do things, if girls, depending on what their issue is, there's always some kind of book of somebody that's already walked through it. We'll go through that book, we'll pray together, but as an accountability partner, it's not your responsibility to fix that person. That's something that I had to learn the hard way. Holding people accountable is that they've given you access to. I tell certain friends, obviously my husband, hey, hold me accountable in this area. Make sure that I'm not eating this. Help me, check me on this. Check me on my mouth. Check me on my attitude. Check me on this. I want to be checked because I want to be able to be everything God's called me to be. And I don't want my own issues to hinder me from doing what God's called me to do. And so you can have different accountability partners for different areas. Now, I will say this, if you're a girl, you don't need to be having a dude hold you accountable and vice versa. You need to have somebody that has walked through something, or maybe depending on what it is. I mean, if you're having a shopping habit, one of my roommates that used to live with me, she loved shopping. And I mean, she shopped and shopped and shopped. And I remember one time she goes, Lindsey, hold me accountable. I can't be spending any money. I was like, okay, I can hold you accountable, but you're still going to probably go shop anyway. No. So she calls me, hey, Forever 21 had this amazing sale. I was like, okay, now don't go spend your money. Oh my gosh, okay. Came home, all these bags of clothes. And I'm like, girl. She's like, I know, I couldn't help it. So, I mean, that's something, but that spending habit can be something that can be detrimental to you as you get older, and then you get in debt because you can't stop spending. So again, accountability is so important, and there are so many levels of it, and everyone needs it. If you're sitting there thinking, I don't need to be held accountable, okay, yes, you do. But the biggest person that we talk about that holds us accountable is the Holy Spirit, that can check us and help us and be there for us. Because we're all going to give an account for our life at some point when we go to heaven and meet God face to face. We will be held accountable. So the best thing I can tell you and to encourage you is be accountable to things here on earth, and be a person of integrity, be a person of character. And again, if you've had struggles, like for me, it was running my mouth. And you know what? It's not my place to say. I had somebody ask me recently, so what you think about so-and-so? And I was like, I'm not discussing that. I love you, but it's not my place to say anything. So I've learned there's a way to not get into having certain conversations, because you're accountable for what we say. We are accountable for what we do. And so just want to encourage you, make sure that you're being held accountable, and the people that are in your life see how you can help each other stay accountable in all the different areas of your life and their life. So anyway, I hope you're encouraged. My personal reflection is be accountable, stay accountable. There's safety and there's protection in accountability. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next month.